Breaking news tonight, a swarm of police and passengers evacuating a bomb threat leads to an emergency landing at JFK. Good evening, I'm Maurice Dubois.
And I'm Kristine Johnson. Chopper 2 is over the scene. 530 passengers were on board that flight from Houston to Frankfurt. We're told that this is being called a, quote, viable threat. And K-9 units will sweep the plane and all luggage and cargo will be checked.
CBS 2's Valerie Castro following the breaking story. She's on the ground at JFK with the very latest. Valerie.
Maurice, the Port Authority tells us that this threat came in the form of a phone call to the Lufthansa corporate offices. The pilot on board Flight 441 was notified of the threat, and the pilot is the one who made the decision to divert the plane here to JFK instead of continuing on to the destination in Frankfurt, Germany. Chopper 2 was overhead not long ago, and you can see the massive emergency response surrounding the plane once it was on the ground. The NYPD's counterterrorism unit, along with the Port Authority, responded to the call. More than 500 passengers were taken off the plane and loaded onto airport buses, then shuttled to an unknown location. Every piece of luggage was pulled off and will be thoroughly searched, and the aircraft will also be searched by K-9 units. One passenger spoke to us by phone and described the scary situation.
Everybody's still pretty calm. The situation is obviously, a bit tense, but so far, things are pretty calm. On the right-hand side of the plane, I can see a bunch of police cars and whatnot. It's definitely weird. I've been flying pretty consistently for the past few years, and this never happened before. So when the pilot announced the bomb threat, to me, it felt a bit surreal. It took me a little bit of time for that to actually sink in.
As you can see from the flight map, the Lufthansa flight took off from Houston, Texas earlier this evening. Once the plane was over the area of Southampton, you can see it took a turn and headed back towards JFK. And at this point, it's still unclear what the threat specifically said, and we still don't know if authorities have actually found any sort of device on board Flight 441. Sources with Port Authority tell us that similar threats were made over the weekend for other flights, including a flight that was destined here for JFK. Reporting live from JFK Airport, I'm Valerie Castro, CBS 2 News.
All right, Valerie, thank you. This investigation at the airport surprisingly is not causing extensive delays. Right now, departing flights are running between 15 and 30 minutes behind. The FAA does say that the delays are decreasing.